Good morning, good weekend. Welcome to the weekend reading. Once again, I have some channeled in messages that we're going to talk about, but I'm also just going to turn off this. Talk about the energies, because there is, like, after everything we talked about yesterday in the big love reading and in yesterday's sale reading, there is some kind of shift. The energy of just letting things flow. I don't really know how to describe it, because it's not like letting, well, maybe it is something about us letting go of something, but I feel it's more energy of letting something flow. There is a detachment of something when it comes to the dreams that we're manifesting, the direction that we're going in. It could be the theme of the weekend. With the Mercury retrograde that we are in, we all know we are being asked to slow down. And we are also being asked to be aware that things are slowing down. So it makes sense that there is this energy of detaching from certain things and just letting things flow. Not stressing about when our manifestations are going to come in, when something will happen. But I think it's all about just being in the moment. But different things came in. Sorry guys, you're going to be happy if you're looking for love, because there is something that came in with that. But I also want to mention this because when I tapped into it, oh, I can hear Heidi is back, and I'm going to take a walk with Heidi, so I might pause this now and then get into the channel through messages. If something happens on the walk, I will let you guys know. I will pay attention. Today, when I record this, it is on the day where we had the message of paying attention, right, to words and something like that. I'll see you guys later. Good morning. Once again, I'm back. Saw a lot of dragonflies. Yes. Okay. So, as I mentioned, for some of you there is good news in law or good news in career. Could be both. Could be linked together. Who knows? But it's very important, if it's about love, to be open for real love. It might be unexpected, whatever comes in. If it's career, I also feel that you need to just be open for real success, dare to allow your passion to guide you. Today, but also the whole entire weekend. I mean, I think we should always dare to let our passion guide us. Following your heart today and in the weekend is going to be very crucial for you. Very important. And there's something that's happening where you are discovering the joy of life. It could be someone who pushes you into seeing life in a different way. It could be out of sadness that you suddenly have some kind of epiphany where you're like discovering a new way of enjoying your life. If you have been holding back from enjoying and experiencing life and joy in a new way, I think that is something the Spirit is trying to push you into, to discover something new, something that's going to help you. And the last thing I have is that something is going to be activated when it comes to your imagination, and with that there is this energy of being very successful. So use your creative side today in the weekend. Okay. It's very hard for me to describe this feeling. I don't really know how to describe it, but there is this, like, just being in the here and now. And maybe it is connected with this energy of like discovering life in a new way. That's actually not what I want to use. I need to take another card because I did sympathetic magic with this card. I have gotten this card 2 times in a row, the travel card. So I put it up on the shelf so I could manifest. It's number 5. So what is the energy? It's interesting because I had this message of something has shifted for you in the next months, like in a positive way, because you have learned something, overcame something. Back. Wow. It's just following me. There is something with travel apparently for me. Apparently. There is something with travel. Okay. So, what is the energy of the weekend? Just listening to your heart. You are being guided this weekend. Wow. Saying that while we have the higher self listening to your heart. Look at that. Yeah. Your higher self has something to do with your guidance. It actually makes sense. Your higher self has something to do with your guidance. It makes sense why you need to tap into 557, by the way. It makes sense why you need to tap into your heart or follow your heart, or why there's something to be discovered, because I feel your higher self is actually really guiding you today and in this weekend. Your higher self knows what's going to happen in your future. Always remember that. So you can trust your higher self. So interesting. Once again, I was doing this and it landed on the travel. I hear you, Spirit. There's something about travel, moving. Oh, maybe that is what Spirit is like trying to make me understand, because I'm always like, ooh, travel. The Spirit is like, it involves moving, my love. Okay. It's funny because I have seen that. That's something that's being activated with moving in my birth chart. Don't have to know all the details, but it's happening. But why am I reading this? I'm not supposed to read this card, but maybe, I mean, yeah, a suitcase stands outside a beautiful door. It's interesting because I actually had my suitcase out because that I needed some pregnancy dresses that I put in the tiny suitcase. And the suitcase, it's just been there, and it's been very lovely to have the suitcase out, because I feel like something is happening soon when it comes to traveling. I just wanna, I can feel like something needs to happen. I want movement. I'm not getting any younger. Maybe I am. Well, the travel will make me younger. But movement for sure. Making plans. And that's also for you. Here. This card shows a woman's heart with brilliant white wings radiating a golden light. It represents your own eternal spirit, your higher self. You're entering a very valuable and intuitive time, which is actually interesting because the daily reading yesterday was all about how highly intuitive you are, or how you can trust your intuition, right? 818, by the way. So money is definitely going to come in, don't you worry. You're going to be able to feel the true depths of your purpose and your power. You're shedding a lot of old feelings, doubts, limitations, reaching a deep feeling within. It's a boundless strength of eternity and vibration in your soul. It's interesting because I just felt that again. There's this energy of, I get very emotional, like it comes in waves where I get so emotional. And I don't really understand why, but I just had that. And I've been really battling with myself because I have been like asking myself a lot of questions. And like, is it because I'm letting go of something? Is it because I'm moving on from something? Is it because something is shifting in my reality? Like, what am I sad about? Why am I feeling those emotions? And also with the dreams that I talked about that I can't remember, and someone actually pointed out, and I can't remember how you said it, but it's in the comments in the love reading, if some of you guys want to read it. But it made sense that if we can't remember our dreams, there's something about that we are letting go of something, or healing something that's not gonna be a part of our life anymore or something. So it makes sense. I don't really understand what's happening, and I can feel like I can't do anything about my emotions right now. They're just there. But it's interesting because my customer today, like I had Eben, but Eben brought a friend, and she lost her father in February in an accident, and we talked because her father came through. So that was a very emotional moment. But she also said this energy of like, because I talked about my mom passing and this energy of grief, because grief is very, grief comes in many ways, right? It's not only someone passing away, it can also be a relationship, it can be the loss of a house or whatever, it can be many things, job. But she mentioned that in her family it was never okay to cry, like it was weak to cry, and we have been speaking about that. And that's also why I mentioned this thing with my mom, that it took me like actually some days where I really like allowed myself to cry. And also when I did the video, right, like this I was just really trying to cut out all the crying. I was trying to really keep myself pulled together. But I feel something is happening right now where we are learning that it's actually like crying is a release, right? This infinity sign with the 8 that we talked about with the cards in one of the previous readings came up again. Something with that. It's a part of the, I saw it yesterday actually, it's a part of the Strength card and it's a part of the Magician card. Something is happening. I know I just went on a, but if you feel emotions and if you grew up in a home where it was not okay to cry, and if you're weak when you cried, it might be something that comes up now. But I feel it's because our deep spirit knows that something is happening. There's something we're letting go of, something we're being ready to maybe let go of, or we're being prepared in a way. Like our feminine energy always will prepare us before something happens, so that it doesn't take over the purpose that you are being pushed towards. Don't know where that came from. Nothing bad is going to happen, but there might be something where you need to detach from a relationship or from a job or from childhood trauma, something, right? Something you have kept deep down. Wow. What is this reading about today? You're becoming your true self, but you're also, again, like I said, you are your higher self, right? But your higher self knows all the answers. Your higher self knows the future. So, yeah. But it's been a very beautiful day. So happy I could help her with the intuitive messages and just talking with her. You went into many topics. Actually, it was interesting because I was about to take pictures of her and I was standing with the camera, but we just talked about like all that. We went on and on and on while Eden was out doing her TikToks. Oh, that was like a white feather. Ah. But yeah, that was beautiful. And again, there's a reason why I have my customers. My customers are not only there to get their pictures taken. It was also one thing that Eden said to me. Thank you for being your shiny self. I know, and I know it's something I need to realize, that I have a tendency to heal people with just, you know, being around them. And it's a beautiful thing. It is. And I hope that I also can do that for some of you guys, you know, even if you're just watching video. But to get told that you're present is very healing. Made me very emotional today. Okay. There might be something with a fire sign, by the way. See, there might be something with love. Maybe it is a fire sign, male or female, it doesn't matter. Wow, that's a serious thing happening here. If it's work 15-15, well, you're definitely going to be well off, right? Your higher self knows. You can ask your higher self questions today and the weekend. What is all in all energy? We again have the theme of a message, but also the page is good news, right? We also have another card here. It's an interesting combination with the 9 of Wands. I wonder if it's someone bringing you good news. If it's someone who's a little... Well, maybe you're dealing with someone who is a little insecure. How you're going to accept an offer or a message, if the message even reaches you. Like someone is worried about a message that's being delivered. If it's you or someone else. If it's someone sending you a message or you sending a message. So you guys, yeah, well, no matter what it is, if some of you guys sending job applications out, maybe you're worried about how people are going to see you. There is something about a message here. There is a reason why the higher self is here, because I feel the higher self card is here because you know that this is going to go well. Like, why are you worried about this? Or if you're writing an essay, or if you are recording a video, like there's something about I'm afraid of how my words will be understood, or if I'm saying the right words, right? But there is good news here. So maybe the Page of Wands is also here to let you know that your message will be received positively if you are sending a message out. So that is all in all energy of today, but also in the weekend. We have the King of Wands again, so it could be someone who does have fire in the chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Someone really wants to say something to you. Could be your higher self being like, listen, I don't know how you're going to take this message that I'm going to tell you now. We have the highly intuitive energy, right? So maybe you have like a crazy dream or a telepathic message from your higher self or something where you're like, wow, maybe you hear a voice, you know. I don't know what the message is about, but there is someone who's a little afraid. Whatever this is, it could be someone who's like sharing something with you, and they could be afraid how you take it. Maybe it's someone, if it's like a son or a daughter. This is just like a possibility here. It could be someone who's like, Mom, I'm bisexual. It could be, I quit my job. Right? It could even be a husband or a wife being like, I quit my job, don't want to do it anymore. But for some reason being afraid of saying it, maybe because you don't want to, you know. Yeah. I mean, obviously it could, with the love thingy, right? It could be someone who is in love with you or someone who wants to get to know you, but they are a little insecure. So what is the challenge? Well, the Page of Swords. We also had that in the, I think it was love reading, right? 2 pages. So again, I do feel there is this energy here of like, well, the message is delivered and understood, right? I do feel there might be something here where someone, well, it is a challenge, so that makes sense. Someone might go back and forth with this message in a way. Maybe the response is like slow, like maybe you don't get the answer straight away, or the person who's sending the message might just go back and forth but like what to say, when to say, like, or how to put words out in a way. Or maybe if it's you creating a video or making a post about something, you're a little bit unsure about how to form the words. Does that make sense? So that could be a challenge, but again, the sword is up, so you actually know, and that's why the higher self is here. It's like speak from your heart. We also have number 2, so make a decision and speak from your heart. You or someone else, right? Maybe someone wants to date you or go out and have coffee with you. Let's see, what is the hope? Wow, the 9 of Pentacles. It's something that has been coming for a while. And if it's someone else, it's definitely someone who sees you as, like, valuable in a way. If it's like something with a company, they really, yeah. But also the Nine of Pentacles for me, also with the bird, there is this energy here of like, it's time, right? Like something is ready, like you have to take the hood off the bird. And also that's also something, right? You take the hood of the bird because the bird is a messenger bringer. So the hope is that the message will be delivered. I feel there's something about a message or words or a conversation or something. Good news, right? Good news that you've been waiting for. Yeah. We also have air. Well, we do have air. We also have earth. So what is the outcome? Ooh, the sun. It was a little bit unsure, so I might take another one. What is the outcome besides the sun? Wow. Well, I do understand why. The Ace of Wands. There's a new beginning here. Whatever this is, it could also be very lusty. It could be a very lusty weekend. And someone who's just really longing for you. If it's about work, maybe not. Well, it's a new beginning, right? Yeah. What is it that you're not seeing coming your way in the beginning? Okay. In the weekend. Someone is very anxious about this. That is what you see. Maybe it's someone who has been anxious for, I don't know, a long time. If it's something you've been waiting for, it's because someone has been very anxious or fearful of this. We talked about the infinity sign, right? That's what I talked about. It's here. Yeah. And one thing that I do pay attention, it's interesting because I paid attention to this earlier when I got the card. Like, look how the tail is in between the legs, right? I mean, normally when animals do this, it's because they are afraid. So the lion is afraid. There might be something that you have tamed in someone without knowing it. Or maybe not that, but maybe there is this idea of someone is actually afraid of delivering a message to you, or contacting you, or giving you news in a way. If it's love, it might be someone from the past who wants to have a new beginning with you. If it's work, maybe you are the one who's just fearful, right? Or creating a video or something, creating something creative, because that's also a message we got. There's something with being a little anxious, being like, oh no, the wolves are going to eat me. You know, if you put out something. Could be a public statement as well. Maybe you need to have a conversation with someone and you're a little bit afraid of what the outcome will be. I don't know why, but I just want to ask Spirit if there is anything else we need to know besides this. The Hanged Man. Well, we got the Hanged Man yesterday, right? Or was it in the daily? So, recording stopped. I feel someone has been in their mind about this, if it's you or someone else. 7. But something has been learned, right? Because it's like in Norse mythology, it's Odin hanging upside down from Yggdrasil, right? I can't say it. Is it 9 days, 9 nights, something? I feel someone has really been, like, the past week, if it's you or someone else, someone has really been maybe isolating themselves. Maybe you isolated yourself too. Like, just I don't know. Get centered in a way. It's something very, how can I say this? It's highly spiritual, but there's also something else here with something that's been learned. Like someone came to a conclusion about you, or you came to a conclusion when it comes to your life purpose or your life direction. But it does feel like, if it's not the past week, 9 days, that someone has been, maybe even really been in pain and in the suffering in a way. Could be the past 3 days, right? But there's something that happened that changed something here. Like someone saw something, maybe, I don't know, if someone had a dream or something, and there was like an awareness where it's like, man, time is running out. It could be you, where you're like, okay, I've been so fearful of going after my dreams and desires, and then you have a dream, because Spirit will push you if it's like, okay, time is up. You need to get up. You need to do something. Something will happen, a tower moment, right? That will force you to actually make a decision or to jump out there and do something. So I feel for some of you guys, there has been, the past week might have been very tough for you. But then there is this turning point. It could be a little thing that someone tells you. Again, it could be words being exchanged, like me and my customers today, right? Like one little thing that's being said that just changes the whole perspective and switches something. It's a longer weekend reading, so I probably will actually post this earlier. But thank you guys, beautiful. I think some of you guys prepare yourself because it might be emotional. Someone that you know or something might actually share something that's been very tough for them. If it's not a deep love thing, but there's something here. Yeah, there is a new beginning, but there's also some kind of insecurity in a way. Some kind of awareness. Thank you. I will see you guys on Monday if I am not doing anything, something in the weekend. Bye.